How's everyone doing today? I lean against my desk. One more class to go after this one. These kids, though, they're sometimes the hardest ones to control. It's Monday and I've got a case of them. One of the football players in the front row sighs heavily. Worked all weekend and now here I am. Sometimes I feel bad for these kids. And then I remember we're raising our future leaders. They're learning values, and this is an economics class. It's good for him to talk about work. I get it. I worked all through college, and having said that, you've brought up a good point, Jonathan. I turn around to the whiteboard in the room and show them what I've been working on. Because I worked through college and was able to pay for some of my classes, as well as room and board, this total, I point to a number figure I'd circled during the first class of the day, is what I paid back for my college education. If there's one thing I believe in, it's transparency. These kids have got to know where their money is going. That was the principle. Add on interest, and this one is the total I paid. I point to another figure. However, if I hadn't paid down almost $1,500 a semester, I point to another. This is how much I would have paid. Do you get what I'm saying? The numbers are vastly different, and this group of kids ready to take on the world is understanding these principles. I can see it clicking in their faces. You saying I need to forget college and go down to the Gulf to work on an oil rig? A guy in the back blurts out. The group laughs. He does have a point. Education this day and age is expensive, and everyone has to weigh the benefits. I'm saying this is a choice that shouldn't be taken lightly. You need to be fully informed before you make that decision, and that's what I'm here to help you do. As I'm about to continue through the lesson plan I have for today, an announcement comes over the intercom. Faculty and students, be advised we are to execute lockdown and shelter-in-place protocol. This is a precaution. There is no threat to your person. Execute lockdown procedures immediately. My heart hammers in my throat as I hear the voice of our school secretary over the intercom. As I've been trained to do, I go to my classroom door, lock it, and close the blinds covering the pane of glass that allows us to see who's coming in when it's closed. I'm in an interior room, so there are no windows for me to close. Feigning a positivity I don't feel, I speak loudly so that I can be heard over the muttering of the kids. As she said, there is no threat, but obviously we won't be getting much done today. Why don't you all talk amongst yourselves and I'll get some work done? Faster than I should, I move to my laptop on my desk. Under the guise of doing lesson plans, I check my school email account. Teachers and staff. During a routine check of the grounds, one of our security guards located what he believes to be 3 large boxes containing moonshine in one of the supply closets. Laurel Springs MTF and local law enforcement has been called in to investigate. Due to the heartbreaking situation that happened last year, we'd like to keep this as quiet as we can. Please do not allow students to speculate. You'll hear officers and possible canines running up and down the hallways as they also execute a locker search. We hope to be able to release you soon, where we will expedite getting everyone home. Principal Taggart. The death of a senior had happened during my first year in Laurel Springs, and it had torn this small community apart. Now that I'm more ingrained into this community, tears spring to my eyes as I think about any of these kids hurt because of a stupid decision made to drink a batch of moonshine. I feel anger at whoever is bringing this into our school, who's selling it cheap enough that these kids don't want to go down to the local liquor store and beg someone to buy them beer. But most of all, I fear for them, because I'm scared to death they're going to lose someone else.
Menace. I hate this. Hate being at this school, searching for moonshine while my son is locked in one of the classrooms. I loathe that we haven't been able to find the person responsible, and failure is weighing on me. We've been working our asses off following leads, but there just aren't many. And what we have isn't solid. It makes me feel like not only a failure as a parent, but also as an officer of the law, especially as a member of the specialized Moonshine Task Force.